Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Crooks209 back at you guys with another video. And today I want to go over what the GA meter is and how the GA meter applies to setting up takedowns as well as getting transitions on the ground, and go over a little bit about the stamina transitions on the ground as well. Uh, in my streams, I've been getting so many questions about what the GA meter is, how it really applies to setting up takedowns, how it applies to gaining transitions on the ground, and I've been getting a lot of questions about how the stamina transitions work, and how people can really implement them into their game. So I wanted to make this video to touch on all of those just a little bit and help you guys garner a little bit more knowledge about these. So with those being said, let's go ahead and jump right into what the GA meter is. The GA meter is the grapple advantage meter that you see at the top of your screen here. As you do things throughout a fight, you will be able to gain a grapple advantage, or your opponent will be able to gain a grapple advantage. So that's why that meter is there. It's there to let you know when the most opportune time is to set up a takedown or shoot for a takedown. It's there to kind of help newer players, but more advanced players can use this as well. Especially everybody uses this on the ground, but on the takedowns, if you're more of an advanced player, you kind of already know when is the best time to shoot for a takedown. But if you're a newer player, definitely use this to set up your takedowns until you're used to the game to where you can do it on your own. So as you can see here, we're moving around. We're not gaining a GA just by movement, but the second we hold high block, you see Kamaru Usman gets a nice little GA advantage there. Now that is because we're blocking high. So if you're holding the high block at any time, and your opponent's not striking, you're at a grapple disadvantage, because the game's recognizing it as, hey, he's not blocking a takedown if you're trying to shoot for it. So it's letting you know, hey, you might want to shoot for a takedown right now. But the second I hit R2 and L2 on PlayStation, or RT and LT on Xbox, bam, the GA advantage goes away. So keep that in mind if you're coming in, piecing up your opponent, and you got your opponent worried about your combinations or your strikes. That would be, and you see them holding their high block like this, that would be the most opportune time for you to shoot for a takedown, because you have the GA advantage and they might not be expecting you to do that. So that's how it really applies to being able to set up takedowns. Now the next one we want to go into is how it applies to transitions on the ground. So we're going to go ahead and shoot for a takedown here with Kamaru Usman. And now we're in Gilbert Burns' full guard. And as you can see, neither one of us have a grapple advantage again. But if we start punching here to the body with Kamaru Usman, we start to gain GA slowly. So this happens because with each punch you land, you start gaining GA, because the game wants you to be able to transition out of this if you so please. So that's why if you play competitively all on online quick fights or in ranked championships, you see a lot of people when they get to the ground, they start punching the body, or if they're the sub fighter, they start elbowing. They're really just jockeying for GA position here to try to get that GA meter in their favor, so that their transitions will be faster and harder to block. So this happens in full guard as well as in half guard. You'll see a lot of people do this as well. This is very common. You'll see people punching off their back here as well. So that's what they're doing. They're really just jockeying for position here. The only position that you cannot punch out of as a sub fighter is in top mount. In top mount, you're really at the mercy of your opponent here if you're a sub fighter. But as the top fighter, you can also punch here to gain GA advantage and be able to posture up here. This can sometimes be a stall position, especially it was more so prevalent when the game dropped, because there was only one transition to posture up, but now there's two. So if you're mixing in punches to the head and then mixing in posturing up with both of these positions, that you won't get stalled out here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the half guard here. And the next one that we want to go over is the stamina transitions here. And what I mean by stamina transitions is you get transitions based off of if you're at an advantage in the stamina. So what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is we're going to go ahead and posture up with Kamaru Usman here. If you see Gilbert Burns is moving left and right here and just draining his stamina because he's trying to avoid, he doesn't want to get hit with straight strikes here. He's going to do this. And as you can see, his stamina is way lower than ours. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to Kamaru Usman. And now we have the side control transition. We have the top mount transition. These transitions pop up when you have a stamina advantage on the ground. And these transitions are you cannot stop these as a sub fighter because it's a punishment for you not being efficient with your stamina on the ground. So it makes you be aware of where your stamina is when you're on the ground at all times, whether that be you're the sub fighter or the dominant fighter. You really have to watch not only your stamina but your opponent's stamina as well, because I'm going to show you guys you get transitions as the sub fighter as well. So we're going to go ahead and punch with Kamaru Usman here. We showed you what happened when Gilbert Burns wasted his stamina. So we're going to show you what happens when a dominant fighter wastes his stamina as well. So we're going to switch over to Gilbert, and as you can see, we get the full guard transition, the half guard transition, and the other roll through half guard transition. Now these transitions as a sub fighter can be really, really important because if you're getting beaten up here and your opponent is just spamming punches, it can sometimes save you. If I'm being real honest, I've been saved a couple times by these transitions. So these can really be a lifesaver if you know when to use them. So like I said, you want to use them when you're at a stamina advantage. Doesn't have to be big. So here, look, it's not as big of a discrepancy as it was when I punched myself out with Kamaru Usman, but still, we still get the transitions. And how you use these transitions is the same whether you're the dom fighter or the sub fighter. You're going to hold R1 and flick your right stick right or left or whatever to whatever transition you want to go to. So as you can see, we went to back to our full guard right there. And those, once again, those are not blockable. You can't block those transitions because your stamina is lower than your opponent's. So it applies the same here in full guard. So we're going to go ahead and posture up with Kamaru Usman. I'm going to show you guys from the dom side first. So we're going to go ahead and rotate, try to block straight strikes here. The posts also work. The post also drains your stamina. It doesn't drain it as fast as moving. So as you can see, look, I'm posting here. It's not draining my stamina as fast as trying to slip straight strikes here. But we're going to go ahead and move over to Kamaru Usman. And here we are. We got transitions just to go straight into half guard. And my opponent can do nothing about it because my stamina is higher than theirs. So it's the same thing with Gilbert Burns here. We're going to look at it from the sub part. We're going to posture up. We're going to rain down some strikes with Kamaru Usman, get ourselves at a stamina disadvantage here. And then as you can see, as Gilbert, we have the get-ups now. So see, we flick down, R1 and flick down, we hit the get-up. Now these are very useful. You don't have to be in a health event to do this. It's very useful if your opponent is just being reckless with their stamina on the ground and you're piecing them up on the feet and they just kind of want to lay on you. If they're not being wise with their stamina, you can hit the get up and now you're right back in a spot to where you really want to be at. So those are the transitions. That's the GA meter. Those are how it applies to pretty much everything in the game. Drop a comment and let me know how it helped you guys out, if it helped you guys out at all. Maybe some of you knew this, maybe some of you don't. But hopefully for the ones that didn't know about all this stuff, it really helped you guys out. Let me know if it did. If it did and you liked this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I make videos like this to help the community out. And let me know also in the comment section what videos you guys would like to see me do, whether that be tip videos, the road to the top 50, more of the road to the top 50 videos, the fighter showcase videos, or any other kind of videos you guys want to see me do. But until the next video, guys, stay safe, uh, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next